biggest story.
Manhattan County Courthouse, New York. The courtroom buzzed with murmurs and whispers, packed with reporters and corporate executives in sharp suits. They weren't here for justice. They were here for the spectacle, eager to watch a man be crushed under the weight of the legal system. At the defendant's table sat a man who looked like he had been discarded by society. His clothes were tattered, his face unshaven, and a layer of dirt clung to his hands and neck. The disdain in the room was palpable. "Ladies and gentlemen, take a good look," sneered Richard Bowman, the high-profile attorney representing Whitmore Corporation. "This man, Nathan Carter, a homeless trespasser who has repeatedly invaded our client's property, is standing here today wasting the court's time. We demand his permanent removal from the premises." Scattered chuckles rippled through the audience. Judge Linda Reynolds observed the scene, her expression unreadable. She then turned to Nathan. "Mr. Carter, do you have anything to say for yourself?" Nathan exhaled, his gaze unwavering as he studied Bowman. A faint, knowing smile played at his lips. "Mr. Bowman," he said in a slow, deliberate voice, "do you even know who I am?" Bowman scoffed. "A vagrant who thinks he can challenge a billion-dollar corporation?" Nathan nodded, then did something no one expected. He reached into his tattered coat and pulled out a file. He set it carefully in front of Judge Reynolds. As she opened the folder, her eyes widened. The murmurs in the courtroom grew louder, as those close enough to catch a glimpse of its contents leaned in, whispering in astonishment. Nathan inhaled deeply, his voice steady yet weighted with emotion. "I am Nathan Carter, the co-founder of Whitmore Corporation." Silence fell over the courtroom. For a few long seconds, no one spoke. The weight of the revelation sucked all the air out of the room. Then, a sharp gasp was heard from the gallery. Someone dropped their pen. Reporters hastily took notes, their eyes darting between Nathan and Whitmore, who now sat stiffly, his fingers digging into the arms of his chair. The cameras flashed as whispers turned into a full-blown commotion. Bowman looked from Nathan to Whitmore, his mouth opening and closing like a fish gasping for air. You're lying," Bowman finally managed, though his voice lacked its usual authority. "This is some trick." Nathan chuckled, low and humorless. "A trick? Look at the documents, counselor. Read the signatures. Tell me how my name appears on the original incorporation papers, how my investments helped fund this company's foundation. You think a homeless man just conjures up official company records?" Judge Reynolds tapped her gavel, demanding order, though her face betrayed intrigue. She turned back to Whitmore. "Mr. Whitmore, do you have anything to say about this?" Whitmore's face was a mask of forced calm, but the beads of sweat forming on his brow told another story. This is absurd. He was never a true partner, just an early investor who squandered his earnings." Nathan let out a slow breath. "Squandered. I built this company with my own hands, and when it was profitable, you conspired to push me out. Legal loopholes, forced buyouts, empty promises. You took everything, Charles." Whitmore remained silent, but his fists clenched. The room could smell the fear on him now. Nathan turned his gaze to the crowd, his voice steady but fierce. "And now, after stealing my legacy, my work, and my livelihood, you want to strip me of the last thing I have, my dignity? You want me erased like I never existed?" Judge Reynolds exhaled deeply and turned to Bowman. "Do you have any counter-arguments to present, Mr. Bowman?" Bowman hesitated, fumbling with his papers before swallowing hard. "Your Honor, given this unexpected revelation, I request a recess to—" "No," Reynolds interrupted firmly. "The evidence is clear, and justice delayed is justice denied." She turned to Whitmore, whose face had gone completely white. "The court rules as follows. Whitmore Corporation is ordered to compensate Nathan Carter for damages incurred due to wrongful expulsion and defamation. Furthermore, CEO Charles Whitmore will be subject to an official investigation for corporate fraud and misconduct." A stunned silence filled the air before a single clap echoed from the back of the courtroom. Then another, and another. The courtroom erupted into applause as Whitmore sat frozen, the reality of his downfall crashing down on him. Nathan, though no longer a millionaire, had reclaimed his dignity and with it, the respect that had been stolen from him. This story serves as a reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Nathan Carter, dismissed as just another homeless man, turned out to be the very foundation of the corporation that sought to discard him. Justice may be slow, but it is inevitable. Power and wealth are not measures of true worth. Character, integrity, and perseverance define a person far more than their status or material possessions. Whitmore thought he had erased Nathan's existence, but the truth has a way of resurfacing, no matter how deeply it is buried. The courtroom witnessed not just the downfall of a corrupt CEO, but also the redemption of a man who refused to let his legacy be stolen. The lesson is clear. Never underestimate the resilience of the human spirit, and never stay silent in the face of injustice. What do you think about this case? Have you ever witnessed or experienced a situation where someone was judged unfairly based on their appearance? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss the importance of integrity and justice together.